ngaro na la wato kuma ta baki asira linga da fo ko nyi found dinkira
hey elafta maborol la bank kalpo efa igiso eseo na yuna jang ibadin kiyalto kati yuna wallet ibe falindiro ke kan sandiri nyat
ni la yuna wallet o si muna fanno tulo yabo mano kandrin ni fenja ma jama isi sanno la yuna wallet o kono yalla kamo soto ila wallet o kono
alkana la kondanol tay ka yuna wallet anatan tolle mukan na bawo fanondi abe sono yaren ko bulu podo ne la mobile scan yo Ceesay ise ma boro ke wato men diate
ko be sandro ke fangole ba ko ba ke kan dimbalem isi ñu lonko e sandro se yona enterprise wato wati ani la yona wallet tola e be lan kam soto kay la wallet ko kono
alina na tafun nanyi yuna dimbayal tan kasandiro ke yuna biti foto alina kata nyin ko kentat na sula fon lolu si sandiro kije se ma boro fanan keje
moro jundi ana nyum ko di mabal ni kadeda
Hello and welcome to another edition of our show. It's another Thursday and I'm glad to be back on the show. Of course, you caught me off guard because I don't have to say a lot. You know, I have with me today Honorable Abdoulie Ceesay and Honorable Yaya Sanyang. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
And of course, today we will be looking at the State of the Nation address. But first, I'm wearing Taranso. You know Taranso? You're from Kiang. You know Taranso?
Taranso, yes. In fact, it disappeared now. I think it's the lowest denomination.
No, not the lowest. No. 5 bruto benunjele.
5
I know Taranso, yes. I know Taranso. So when I say it disappeared, I say, why not Taranso? I come to have sort of. I'm 42 years old. So
you are a kid. You are a kid. Okay. But Taranso is 5 butuls theater.
Yes. I need to 10 butuls. 10 butuls. You can get 5 butuls. No, you don't kodo nyame nala value na buka fensure marché ko disappear. Very soon we are 5 days from disappear buka fensure no marché ko. Kodo na buka fensure ko disappear. Imagine you have Taranso na even no marché ko. So what is the essence of
Taranso jamaso?
That's going to be very heavy on you. You don't need to go heavy with people.
And those days have gone.
Exactly.
We are in the digital age where you have your own wallet and other wallets where you can be carrying your money. But gentlemen, welcome to the program. First, we are going to look at the State of the Nation address. Honorable, you were there today. What was the mood like? First, I think I want to address though. It looks in my Sabali's voice. Sabali could the youths are happy.
Yes.
No more doje like Konko. Now they are forcing us all to be happy. We are not happy. But me, I have told them, me, I'm not happy. But today it seems like the old people are happy. The elderly are happy. Nge ila party leader jela ni dabo. Ibulo te nyoka. Bulo kono. Ibebe jela kam foi kaka. And it looks like social media is really enjoying that scenario. What was the mood like today in the National Assembly?
Yes, Fatou, thank you so much. It's like, you know, this is a moment for every Gambian. Like it's a requirement in the constitution that the president should come to parliament and talk to the National Assembly. Yeah. So in that case, invitations are sent to various, you know, personalities in the country to come and attend or witness the session. Yeah. So the mood in the parliament was good, because even the invited guests from the diplomatic and consular corps and everybody were there, and they understand. Like even if you say the president and then the former vice president, the party leader of UDP, you can see the interaction was good, and that gave a very good mood to even those sitting at the gallery to see a clear picture of, you know, what is happening in the Gambia. To say, you know, like, okay, we can have differences, but we can be the same. Yeah. And for me, that was it. When I saw it, I was happy, and I said, okay, they can have differences, but this between the father and the son.
Someone told me he wanted to know, and I also want to know, what were they saying exactly? Because the way they were laughing, there must be something that...
Because speech better, but speech can
So yeah, I come to Hobila Party leader content back at Dingola Kotal there. Content back, you know, I blew a thank you very much, my son. Your speech was very good. You touched all the issues.
Is that what he said? I don't want any speculative reasoning. But is that actually what he said? If he said that, that's very commendable. I love that, but I want to be sure first whether that's what exactly he said.
I'm asking. I'm just imagining because Malong. But what did you think your party did?
I saw it. Somebody sent the picture na group and I saw all of them laughing. Yeah. In a very suggested manner. That means that everyone is happy. Not only our party leader, all the former vice presidents were smiling. So this is to the extent telling Gambian people, you know, let politics not divide us. Yeah. We are one and the same people. We are one and the same nation. Politics of insult, politics of misinformation, politics of tribalism, that keeps on dividing on a daily basis. The thing of the past. I'm very happy to see them smiling. You know, especially my party leader, when he's happy, I know that smile is from the bottom of his heart.
He's happy to his son.
Yes, it's from the bottom of his. He doesn't fake it. Yeah. You know, that smile. You know, if you give the body language experts, they will tell you that is from the bottom of his heart.
Baro was also happy though.
Well, yes, he was happy too, but I cannot say more, whether that's fake or real. But for my party, I can say that smile was from the bottom of his heart. I can.
You can say that.
Yes, I can say that.
Honorable, I think I want to start the conversation from there. For example, touch on something, politics of misinformation, politics of insult, politics of personal attacks. I don't see you do that a lot. He is always throwing stones, but he doesn't go personal, especially insulting. If like we see Dabo and Barrow all the time, this is the reaction you see on social media. People being happy, people celebrating. It means that people want to see them. You know, we don't want them. I want to have opposition. I want opposition to be in the country. But what we want is for them to have peace. Banko Cairo Sabati, because NPP ning UDP in Safo be one of the biggest parties in the country. Nila leaders all at each other all the time. Nimba fail jana, niya fail jana. Aka tension le nati. Be a jibe social media.
Baroka initiate.
Baroka initiate. Alfana Ejo. Alfana Ejo. Ila pati le tonya la teleka kuma. Teleka misal fail. Nada finta dero. Wala nga fe baro alfana songa dia muni.
Ngala odila mena kabri na arbi ko mo.
We spent like 3 to 4 years. You know? So what come you want people to laugh at us? No? So these are some of the things that the national dialogue he keeps talking about. If he means it, you don't need to provoke people. You know, when you even in law, you can use defense of provocation. You can even use provocation as defense. So provocation is just bad. If politicians should definitely stop provoking each other, talk about their policies, their programs for the people, not attacking. You know, Yaya Sanyang has big stomach. But the women has big head.
Yeah, another way around. Also, political for sometimes come and nyonya yolo fair for number jele fonte. It depends on you move and molia aje nyamen nemo. So ngamira even wo conversation nying atambita do I mean like mol jama diamata kola but near the real context probably president fango atia come like fanang fenun ko he was just trying to crack joke. You understand? Amal la kula dorong come like model yaji nyado nyama dia mo nyin siata but like in politics too hakuma la prunga nyo fanang you know nyo ya nga fair ngakuma fo mi yalon ko you know I mo jilandi you know about the other political party you know afanay fendo fo I mean like that makes it interesting at the end of the day.
You see it's not you cannot categorize that as
no I'm not saying that exactly. I'm not saying that
yes,
exactly.
You can joke with the structure of my house but by the time you mention a tribe it looks like the house of a particular tribe. That's you don't do that. You can say
that looks demeaning.
Yeah, that was it's also woman ko falbungo. Woman come to ko is like but you try to you know
falbungo mo ke lawo ko moro. Falbungo mo ke lawo
no but say but ni ko dungo kam to na bidi ko.
Yo Gambian ngolo lon na bidi ko falbidi ko ngolo lon. That's ngolo lon back but okay
defend na to
the last context mem foye. Maybe comme nar ko mo fa nyame maybe mo nyaay waji but comme la ni ada fo nyin ka to nya ngani kono ay même min ko la fo atala fo nyame ay fo comme like fiara ko ye nyimi ko na bi comme bungolo ay bunda fo la soto akamunda ko nar bi ko alon mbengol nar bi ko bunda fo la soto fo onde so comme ko mo nyi fo nyama dron ntanga yo nyama
our difference with you people have built sophisticated buildings the state of art but not difference between is from our money.
No, I agree.
And that will come tonya honorable.
And you discuss
businessman Carle Nyilo. You know that itself. That itself.
But more over
that's recorded. When we come on board, we will. Jara
businessman lalo.
Businessman lalo.
Businessman to for.
But now about our businessman to be followed after. What a killer side. But when we are investigating the source of the fund, now I'm putting the you go what is the source of your party fund?
I contribute. You know every month how much I pay for in my political party's account.
No, I told you. Barrow is the one sponsoring you.
All of us, even the ministers, all of us
are like us. We are paid.
No, but we are
okay. Well, but is the president who said this nine political bureau businessman or law. The press and that's in record.
Okay, maybe more.
So for posterity, we will investigate.
When will you investigate?
The source of that fund. Which businessman is the president referring to? Because the president, no businessman should build political structure for any political party.
When you come to power, you investigate.
That means there's a vested interest.
But you also have to add when you come to power, you will investigate.
No. Yes,
no.
Yeah, when you come to power.
Okay, good. That's the most suitable statement.
Okay, when you come to power. Now, let's look at the State of the Nation address. Yeah. Honorable was there, you were not there. I think this is the second time in a row.
That is correct.
Why are you not in the National Assembly again this year?
This year?
This is a constitutional mandate requirement that the Constitution required the President to come and dialogue with the National Assembly members.
That is very correct.
Why do you decide to boycott the State of the Nation address?
Well,
okay, sorry, that was power, you know.
NPP government.
NPP government.
Simple characteristic.
This is what we have been going through the whole day from Bokosoto. But for 2026.
No, they want to project us to that, to still work on our mentality.
Go.
But we will defeat you in 2026.
We will get there. Let him go ahead.
Let's go back to the National Assembly. Why is it that every year, State of the Nation address, you boycott it? Why? Why do you boycott the State of the Nation address?
Yes, thank you very much, Fatou, for that very important question. You see, we need to take national processes very seriously, and State of SONA is one of those processes. In fact, it's the most important national process. National Assembly members can achieve with their president. This is the moment the president came face to face and moved with National Assembly members. The president represents the country at large, and National Assembly members represent constituencies. There is no single constituency in this country that is not represented in the National Assembly. So for me, it's constitutional mandate for the president to come to the National Assembly. But what people also fail to understand, and I still hold onto that view, what is wrong when the president spoken, kept quiet, sit down, and have some frank face-to-face and move-to-move discussion with National Assembly members? Why is it going to be on and on and on? Speak and go.
But that's what
I'm coming.
Okay.
Constitution.
But that's what the Constitution
No,
says.
the Constitution said that, but the Constitution further. You see, what I always disagree with people. Is Section 77, sub 1 and 2. These three sections, they are not mutually reinforced. You should not give them any combined reading and interpretation. I will always want to interpret these sections in vacuum, and I always want to interpret this section in isolation. Do you understand? When we say the president 77, the president shall come to the National Assembly. Shall is now mandatory. He must come to the National Assembly. But section 2 is what deflated quite a lot of people. The National Assembly may. That's our discretion. May. Yes, I'm coming. We may summon the president to come to the National Assembly. That is our discretion. That's not the president's discretion. Yes. Now, if we use our discretion, we invoke that discretion and invite the president, he shall come. He shall come by force. Why is he delegating the vice president? So that section sub 3, that is telling the vice president shall come to the National Assembly. In my considered opinion, that is like the vice president can come and come to the National Assembly on behalf of the president on certain things. But when it comes in terms of SONA, where the president spoke to the National Assembly members and led the framework of a debate, the president should appear in person and we ask him questions. But because for me, it will be very disappointing. The debate is going to be on Monday. Let the vice president come. You look at the trend of debate. The vice president sometimes cannot even answer questions that are coming from the speech, the framework that the president led. So why is the vice president coming? So I want to let me learn. I want to speak to my president. I love my president.
Can you start? You want to speak to your president? Imam Iranian start to sit at the SONA, listen to the president, bring amendments to the Constitution.
That's constitutional provision. Give simple words, their simple dictionary meaning. You will realize that the president should come to the national. Shall come to the national. He shall come. Why is he running away from us? Why? Let the president and DML and these people and people ask us, why is President Barrow running from the National Assembly? Why
Did you invite him? Did you invite him?
Impliedly, he's invited to come to the National Assembly, but the vice president will appear.
But the vice president also, constitutional mafoko, vice president Tinano, Ako. Nim president also said vice president will delegate. No, not delegate.
So this delegation will be year in, year out.
Yes.
And on. So therefore, I'm not interested. And the difference is, they were in the SONA. I was not in this. Well, in fact, this year I wanted to go, where I had exams this morning. But they were listening to the president. I was equally listening to the president. They got his.
What exam were you listening to?
They got no. I finished. That was how he started. But my exam finished.
So definitely you didn't want to go.
After 10:30.
Okay.
I have the speech. They have the speech. What's the difference now? What's the difference? They listen to the president. I also watch the president speak it. They have the copy of his speech. I also have the same copy of his speech. They are going to debate on his speech. I will equally debate on his speech. So what's the difference? So I want National Assembly members to come together and get devoid of any partisan takes and governance and tell the president, come to the National Assembly. We want to have conversation.
In the event you're
our president.
You guys are opposition. In the event Aliman Sakunda Soto, ila president, Naman National Assembly can question
in fact, that'll be very good because then I'm very close to my president. I make sure I personally go to my president's house and tell him I'm appealing to you, go to the National Assembly. Or I'm going to amend the law to force him to come to the National Assembly. I'm not going to take it easy with my president. Trust me. If I'm NPP right now, I will go to Barrow and I make sure Barrow will come to the National Assembly. I'll appeal to him to come. They love you.
Barrow bukan National Assembly to. I know ko ala constitutional requirement minti wolom puri ay na so na ni read right banko situation of aningal plafenko bari Barrow finance na nole kana question all answer from members of the National Assembly come Vice President ka Kenyami unati na bukana.
Okay, Fatou, okay, one thing I need to make that very clear. Well, in Section 77 of the Constitution is for the Gambia. Having the Constitution control bill tamati. Amita jaya fanang. Ntedu manke lawyerty. Maybe Yaya is reading law, so maybe I interpret nyaming. But you know, still ngaloya la samina fanang kanyi section interpret differently. And ntol fanang kamo itulle la ngafa. But then ntol fanga read, anka read nyaming, anka jawala nyama. Section 77 ya full clear. 1 and 2. I mean, wole men fo fanang clear tale. President asinano comme Yaya fanyame asinano bari is discretional na atara ya feel ko alafta laminal ni nga commandi nkae na bara ko hanni nga commandi fana still president discretional ka vice president tajet ita lo nyeje di amuje subsection 2 ya wala fo so ni atara ko men ko nyanta subsection 1 invoke la nga president by force prana o manke president wala haji o mon to la haji as representatives of the people
adole sinto okay
to nyento kala ni make then o manke diamu ko de ka fa ko okay because president kana diam parliament so nte president wala moy la
na president fanantina no National Assembly kana inila deputy. This is a branch of government of its own, the legislature, the judiciary and the executive.
And so the judiciary were there.
And
the judiciary was there.
President for example, ni National Assembly judiciary kumandi kanale, ni minister kumandi kanale, ni president fanansango kono sinya killing kananang ya nyinka banko kuola because sometimes ikala president yinkala kodola president ole so jabi no munati ni mamira fananko you are the deputy majority leader, you are a high ranking member of the National Assembly member and of your party also mamira fanan sometimes it would have been nice pour president e nananje ay député lu ay tul fanan sagal ay nalo wal nyaato ay tandi ñu dol la ko to nyaato ñam fanan natale pour nale kacha ay mamira aussi ke
comme nga fa ñamende donc that is not only for Barrow, that is for even the many follow that nya for onde
yes
because they were will president before Barrow. And the same clause exists can for so that's not for Barrow. Come and member jederom pour nga fa Sanyang dol da matimalo as representatives. Ninga hayata comment ko nga feel ko the president should come to parliament and talk to the National Assembly members. Na conversation so ask him questions I respond. Let's make an amendment. Let somebody initiate an amendment in the constitution ka go that clause instead of me let's make it sal. Open the responsibility. But nimmo okay. No, we cannot force the president to come to parliament.
Will you be ready to invoke that?
No, I
to vote in for to have the president.
For me, let me tell you. For me, I am satisfied that the president comes to parliament and give a speech of his government and whatever they are doing. And if I have any question, of course, if the vice president can come and speak on behalf of the president, I don't have problem with that.
You don't have problem.
But if the president comes to parliament,
you love
commenting, okay, president on parliament saying we have questions, and I'll appreciate that too. But now, I would
there's nothing wrong with that.
But then
no, the president.
I am looking at this from the context
to go
of the law.
To Gambians during political
but now I mean the president, but he will respect it. Kafako is a constitutional requirement. I am supposed to be in parliament to have that conversation. Not in but then I will ask questions and the president will respond. But we don't have that in the constitution. But at
we have it in the constitution. I insist that to be later.
If you say we have
that may, it's our discretion.
No, but you cannot change may here.
May, but it's not change
may is may and sal is sal.
I think let's understand each other. Subsection 2, we the National Assembly members may summon the president to come and have discussion with us on importance of national issues. That's may. If that discretion is ours. The president will have discretion. If we invoke that discretion, now it is now a mandatory provision is now translated on the president to come and discuss with us. If we don't, for us, we can do it, we cannot do it. That may refers to ours, to us rather. But where we invoke that that provision may, or that word may, the president is now a force on him to appear before us. So it's left with us to invoke it or not to invoke it. But when we invoke it, the president has no discretion now. His discretion is foreclosed.
And you think they will do it? You don't have the
you just waste your time.
But
you just waste your time.
The provision is automatic.
It's automatic.
It's automatic. Once the president comes to parliament and speaks to us, like he did today, that subsection is automatic. The president now, the National Assembly now may call the president to come to the parliament. But now, even if you call the president now, subsection 2, then the vice president shall speak on behalf of the president. So they are linked.
No, that this linkage, you see, let's treat this provision in vacuum.
How do you want to do that?
Do you understand? If you want to give them, they are not mutually reinforced. Don't give them any combined reading and interpretation. Treat them separately. They should not. These are all standalone provisions. Now, what is to let the president go? We don't discuss with him.
Now
we don't discuss with him. He's the custodian of this.
But the president listens to you every day. No,
he doesn't listen to.
Of course, he do.
He listens to
you.
How do you listen to me if you listen to me but you cannot respond to me?
The vice president is responding to you.
Okay, but during the debate, that's the time because the first debate I attended after Sona, that was the day I know it's so useless.
What is useless?
For the vice president to come and speak for the president, because the vice president is not the custodian of this Sona speech. There are certain things. People, you ask the vice president with regards to this speech, the vice president cannot be able to answer.
But you're not the vice president.
No, it's not the only vice president. I attended debates about Sona.
No, but
and comparatively, I know that the vice president are not well affair with the content of the speech. And our standing orders don't allow anybody to speak outside the framework given by the president. So at the end of the debate becomes very boring and uninteresting. Trust me. So why? Let's use our power. Let's use our discretion to mandate the president to come and have face-to-face.
But you can say that in parliament. You are in parliament. You can invoke that in parliament. You can tell the National Assembly members, let's invoke our powers to call the president.
How many times have been saying that?
No, you have not done that.
No, I've been saying that.
How did you do it?
DML.
But you cannot talk to us directly. Let's do it. That is not the way.
The first Sona. You can go back to the records during the debate, even though most of you march out. when I stood up to debate, they all march out because they said
because he did not attend.
Because I did not attend.
He walked out of the president.
I said.
He also walked away.
Of course, he walked out from the chambers.
Are you going to do it again when he's speaking?
He will do more than that. Even worse than that.
When he's speaking.
Yes.
Wow,
because for us, Fatou.
Yeah.
Let's be frank here.
Well, how do you guys look at it when
No, for us. Yeah, is my brother. But for us, that is a total disregard for the presidency. No, listen. That's how we see it.
There's a regard. That's why I find time to debate.
No, but listen, let me come.
That's regard.
Let him say what he says.
Okay.
The National Assembly is for the Gambians, not so.
Yes.
You are a representative. You are elected to represent the constituency.
That is correct.
And in that constituency, you have people who voted for you and those who did not vote for you.
That is very correct.
But they all have the right on you as the representative.
That is correct.
So we expect you to be in that chamber to listen to the president, even though you don't like what he is saying.
No. It's not that.
No. That is how we interpret it.
Now you get it all wrong.
No. Listen. That's how we interpret it. We said, even though you don't like what he is saying, because that is why when you come to parliament during the debate, you are always you're always being critical about what he said.
I don't want to.
We understand that.
No.
But if you did not attend the session with the president, and you want to debate in chambers, of course, the MPs for the president will not sit and listen to you because he did not listen to the president. You did not listen to the president in chambers. We
are colleagues,
and that is why we left the chambers, and we will do the same.
You will leave again. You boycott the president, they boycott you.
We will do that.
Simple and straightforward.
We will all work out.
Fair enough.
And then you just speaking to yourself.
Yes.
I'm not speaking. They'll go to the lounge and listen to me.
No, we will not listen to you. We will not listen to you.
Interesting. Parliamentary politics is interesting.
So, but to be very serious, like that section 77, is for us. If he thinks that the president should come to parliament, and that will make him, attend parliament. The State of Nation address. Invoke the provision.
No. Historically, in fact, let's slide a little bit back to history. First Sona, Suleiman Sawa invoked that it was noisy. The second one, Honorable Mohamed Kante, it was noisy. So the speaker react. In fact, the speaker react to that so angrily.
It's a substantive motion. The motion was wrong on the floor of the House.
So therefore, don't even say we don't do it. We attempted to do it, but it was blocked by the speaker.
The motion was wrong. How did you do it? Because Suleiman
only quote from our standing
orders. Only stood in chambers and wanted to move a motion in front of the president to say the president should.
No, of course.
Is that the process?
That's not wrong with that.
That's not the process.
No, that's the procedure. That's the procedure. So now, okay, now what I just want us to understand is, don't say we don't do it. We did it, but the speaker rejected it.
No, the speaker would not. Yeah, you have
rejected it.
You know,
Honorable Mohamed Kante did it last year. And before that, Honorable Suleiman Shah did the same. So why will I go and waste my time again? Two people did it unsuccessful. Who am I to make it successful? So, but now I say that approach should be devoid of all partisan tricks and governance. We do it in bipartisan approach and tell the president, we love our president. He is the president of the Republic of the Gambia. And we are also representing Gambians. Do you understand? So our interpretation, in fact, fused at one point. Executive, legislation. We have this friendly, whatever relationship. So in fact, it's going to be extraordinary if Barrow should try to come to the National Assembly and have conversation with the NAMs. That will even, give him some political advantage. Because hey, President Barrow has the audacity to go to the National Assembly and answer every question posed to him by the National Assembly members. Honestly speaking, it's just good for him. At one point, everybody wants to set history. If President Barrow do that, he's setting history. History that he will always look back with pride.
Is it also because sometimes when the president comes to the chambers, because I remember there was this particular year when the president was speaking, the opposition members were, they were making a lot of noise, and these other people were also reacting.
Not this legislation.
It happened in the fifth legislature.
No, and then I can tell you, President of the Amukando, Nyundol be Wurkebe, Fenko Dolke, and Nyundol Fana were trying to defend it. So I think I saw that one time. So sometimes because of that,
look at it well. It's not this.
Not this one. I'm saying in the fifth legislature.
Fifth legislature.
Yes, you said
the fifth legislature. I think at the end of the fifth legislature.
That's unfortunate.
That was really bad.
If one of the MP did that, because when the president during the COVID time, he said the president should wear the mask.
Yeah.
In the middle of his statement.
Yeah, I think.
You understand?
No, DML.
No, but yeah.
Rules.
No, yeah. Listen.
No, for me, I don't want to.
You cannot put on a mask while speaking. You cannot do that. The president was speaking.
Okay, now if the president was speaking,
yes.
No, you can even.
No, how would you do that?
No, DML. This is a very friendly conversation. If the president is wearing masks, people wear masks and speak, even though. So, some people find it very uncomfortable. Probably the president will find it very uncomfortable. But if the president was not giving speech, and this was a national regulation, the president is a subject of regulations, the president is a subject of law, is a subject of policy. So for me, if the particular honorable member raised that when the president was entering, because that was a national regulation that everybody must wear masks. President being a subject of the law or any regulation directed towards that, he should wear the mask. But if you say he was speaking, people speak with mask. But if the president finds it uncomfortable, I agree. He may not be able to.
You are a representative. You have privileges.
Now, let's look at
there are things that you.
No, you cannot have privilege when there is national pandemic.
But what I'm saying is, the president was speaking.
So now you are not telling me the president was literally cannot contract COVID.
Yeah, what are you saying?
No, that's what I'm telling you. If you are privileged, because that privilege is like
this is very simple.
Let's wear a mask.
Now this is not the parliament.
No, yeah.
I mean, you don't understand. I said if the president finds it uncomfortable to speak with mask, I agree.
But that is the case.
But if the honorable member raised it before speaking, then the president shall wear the mask.
The president was already seated. The president was already seated. He was just trying to distract the president.
Don't say that disrespect. No, I don't think so.
No, I'm not saying disrespect. I said distracting. Distracting the president.
Now let's go to
why do you use that choice of word?
Stop being political here.
Yeah, stop being political. Let's look at the issues. The president first addressed the so we might go off any minute because so we are right now using the backup and it's making a lot of noise. So let's see how that goes. But that's why we are dimming all of our lights.
Sure.
But let's look at the things that the president addressed. First among them was the foreign policy and also the economy. The president said the Gambia stands at 5.3%. It's projected our growth rate surpasses 5.3%. In the sub-Saharan Africa, we stood at 5.3%. That is due to the commitment of our economic growth and reducing inflation debt. But if you look at Gambia's economy itself, inflation very high still, food prices are very high. Do you think the president's speech really reflected, when it comes to the economy, really reflected what is on the ground? You and I know that we are not doing well.
Actually, I think what he said about 5.3% was in the past, that there was a slight growth in the economy.
Yes.
I am not an economist. I don't understand economy that much. But then I know there has been improvements. But of course, there are a lot of challenges as well. And Niajibe speech, I mean, at the later part, he said, I mean, there are a lot of challenges in the food, the cost of food commodities in this country. So I think the government is committed to ensure that, they have something to do about that. They can reduce it. I don't know how would they do it for now, because that is not mentioned in the speech. But I think there is commitment. Although, like right now, there is like food cost is too high. You understand, and everybody will agree it's high, just like any other country in the sub-Saharan Africa. But like every country, like problem you deal with it in your own way. So I think we will have our own way of dealing with the problem and then solve it for our people without, thinking about other countries and stuff. Yeah, for me.
Yeah. What do you think about the president's position of our economy?
In my frank opinion, it was a misstatement, because for me, economy. In fact, sometimes we consider each other as economists, but everybody is an economist in their own way, because everybody keep doing economic activities on daily basis. I'm not trying to be a prejudice to people who went to the university and achieve degrees in economy, but this is a direct reflection on people's daily life, going to the market daily, using paying fares daily, buying fuel. It's a buying and selling every day. People are doing this. So and there was a latest week before last, there was I think is it a World Bank projection on the Gambian economy, where it shows one of the distressed countries in Africa. I think 5 of them. Gambia was mentioned in the letter. So if the president can now project that to a very healthy growth, I don't know where are the dynamics, where are the indicators, but people, Gambians, are not feeling the positive impact of this economic growth. Maybe the president and his minister of finance know how they translate economic performance to this particular percentage. But I can tell you, this is not impacting, or Gambians are not feeling this on daily basis.
Naturally, I was just going to say, because I know the 5.3% was in the past, not the 2024. The president did not mention that.
Yeah,
so the growth was in the past.
Yeah.
So probably, they will look at the 2024, performance, let's say in the next nation. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you say it doesn't reflect on the ground. I know the cost of food commodity in the country, food cost is high. I mean, everybody will, even the president even said it. He understands that. You understand? But this is a process too. So maybe we will get there. But the process probably is slow, and that is why people are feeling it the most.
What I find uncomfortable is when a honorable said, "This is not this is Taste of Nation Address 2024, right?"
No, what I'm saying, I mean the figure. I said the percentage
the figure
that
should be. It should be this figure.
It's a growth from no.
Status quo. State of Nation Address. I told you.
That's why I said it's in the past. It's like 2023. He mentioned 2023, 5.3%. You understand?
Okay. That's a good debate point for people to demand.
He said in 2023, the government economy surpasses the projected growth rate of.
But he didn't mention anything about 2024.
Yeah, no, he did not. He did not mention that. He did not mention that. So that in itself, does that pose a problem? Where in 2024,
exactly,
you are giving us the status quo of 2024.
For me, it's not wrong to comparatively go back to 2024 and lay a foundation for a projection in 2024. But the figure for 2024 must also be mentioned. That's the status quo. You understand? It's not bad. Because sometimes you want to tell us how we arrived there. How we arrived there is historical. So you must give me a reflection, historical reflection. But you must also tell me what is the figure for 2024. I think we will need to find it out.
Okay.
Because there is State of Nation at the 2024. Why only giving us 2020 and ignoring 2024? So therefore, your legal mandate to come and give me a SONA for 2024 is not even met. So therefore, there's illegality.
No, there's no illegality.
Of course, if you cannot give me a status quo, you go and give me 2020, but you cannot tell me what is happening in 2024. And you are telling me.
But he mentioned a lot of initiatives, a lot of drives towards food self-sufficiency as well, like what they are doing, what the government is doing, where they are intervening. He mentioned about that in the speech. Like I said, I did not go through the speech entirely. I did not also read the speech entirely. I was just listening, and all these things can just come and
you're
jump.
going to come to all of them.
Yeah, exactly. So, but then one thing I know is the 5.3% was mentioned, and I think that was a good rate. That was a good percentage for the government. What is going to happen in 2024 probably will come. You will know it. You are a member of parliament, so you can ask the minister, the vice president. That will come.
Vice president will not know.
You have the right to do that.
The vice president will not tell me this.
Now, let's look at the agriculture. The president addressed the agriculture. He said in the 2023-2024, looking ahead in the 2023-2024 season, the Ghana government allocated $1,500,000,000 for the purchase of groundnuts, acquiring about 36,000 metric tons. And that marked a significant increase of 10,000 tons over the previous year. Looking ahead to the 2024 season, we plan to bring 5,000 hectares under the rice cultivation target that could rise. So the president is saying that they bought almost 1.5 billion on groundnut last season, and they intend to increase almost 10,000 this year. Do you think I saw Dr. Gajigo made an opinion to say this government, he anticipates that this year the rainy season will not be good because he doesn't see any tangible plans that will make this year better than next year. But the president is telling us last year was good, but they intend to do more this year in the agricultural sector.
Yeah, I love the significant improvement in the agriculture with regards to harvest. Last season.
Okay.
What the president should understand is agriculture is the largest foreign exchange earner of this country. Underperformance in agriculture will lead to food insecurity, food shortage, and quite a lot of things. Now, that is why I say state of a SONA is not only what you achieve, about to achieve or project. Sometimes also you tell people what is negative. Because yes, they purchased ground with that huge amount of money, but there were also a lot of tons of ground that we are not purchased. So for the state of SONA address to be a truthful disclosure of facts, the president should have said, unfortunately, we were not able to buy these so and so tons. Yes, I agree, significant tons were purchased, but also significant tons were not purchased. So if the president mentioned, if the state of SONA is the status quo, just tell us what is happening. We know that it's not, sometimes it's not your fault. If you purchase significant amount, how about that amount that we are not purchased, and there are Gambians like those who are purchased? Why is the president silent on that? Why is the SONA speak silent on that? So the SONA speak itself is not a full disclosure of facts. And that's it. And my colleagues know some grounds were not purchased last season, but it's not in the SONA. Why? Gambians should ask us, why is the president not giving us that statistic? Why?
It seems like, I tend to agree with Honorable here, it seems like it's always portraying the positive of what happened. For example, in the agricultural sector, if what he's saying, if some of the groundnuts were not bought, why was that not reflective of what happened last year? Yeah. Why does it have to be always the good things?
The question of why now comes in, like, after the SONA, that is where he has an opportunity to ask the question so that he can have a response from the vice president. But all that cannot be featured in this speech. Okay. The president, was reading what was given to him by Minister of Agriculture on the performance of agriculture in the country. That is exactly what he was doing. Yeah. So, but then they did not mention about what they haven't done
Okay.
Now, members of parliament have an opportunity to ask that question. Now, tons of ground were not bought last year.
Yeah.
What was the reason? Now, here is a question for National Assembly members to ask. But if the president should mention everything in the zone, and then we would not have questions to ask, then the vice president would not even come to parliament to respond to anything. So that's my point. I understand.
I love politician gimmicks. You know, dear man.
No, but
I agree. We are going to ask questions.
Yes.
But what is wrong?
No, you wanted him to do it. You wanted him to do it the way you think.
To put everything there.
That is your thinking.
Okay.
But he was also thinking differently.
Okay, then I hold on to my view that the state of SONA is not full disclosure of facts.
No, you cannot say that.
Full disclosure.
You cannot say that.
Okay, let's proceed.
What about the fertilizer? I mean, 2 days ago they said they reduced $50. I mean, $50 on Burjeleti. What can the $50 do to the farmer?
So insignificant.
In Senegal, we saw a 52% reduction to their fertilizer price.
But you know,
why are we getting just $50 reduction?
Anyway,
like I'm not comparing. Let's not compare Senegal.
Yeah, exactly. Because
but $50 is a lot of people said $50 is a little too small for the farmer.
Yeah, actually, I don't know what method they used to, you know, arrive at that figure. Yeah. I don't know, because that was a cabinet decision.
Yeah.
But I saw somebody also write and say, why would government, you know, subsidize all that amount for fertilizer? Because government is subsidizing a lot as well.
Yes,
they are subsidizing a lot. So I don't know, but I know cabinet must have discussed about it, and they think $50 to reduce $50 because like $50 last year they reduced how much? But was it not $100?
Yeah.
I remember
this time. They did reduce, yes.
Yes, $50. So for me, I think it's okay. If you ask me, I'm not a farmer, but I think $50 is still okay, because if you ask a lot of farmers, they will say, okay, it's still cheap. Although it's expensive to a lot, but it's also cheap.
It's still cheap.
No, it's cheap. But you know, farming is expensive as well. We understand farming is very expensive. Like, yeah, you will agree with me because farming is expensive, not only in the Gambia. If Gambia can subsidize the entire fertilizer cost for farmers, of course, I think that is what I like. Let them do that. But even they cannot do that, I think they have a reasonable price compared to the previous years, how much they used to sell fertilizer.
This, I have to be very frank with you there, Fatou. For me, I'm not an economist, but subsidy, I would love subsidy more in agriculture than other sectors. Like this fuel subsidy we keep doing. I don't know if it is the contrary, economically, what are the implications? But fuel subsidy is costing government billions. Yeah. If Fatou today bought your car, ready to maintain your car, ready to buy fuel for yourself. If I bought my, let them be ready to do that. How about people who are not privileged to get a car? It means that they are helping you to maintain your car. They are helping you to buy fuel. So I don't know the economic implication because Nigeria did it.
That's what I was going to say. Nigeria, when Tinubu came,
subsidy.
The first thing he did was to scrap the fuel subsidy.
But it's not fair to poor people.
Because majority of the population doesn't have vehicles.
Exactly.
They are paying for some of us who have vehicles.
Exactly.
And that is not fair to the ordinary farmer. Now you can understand when you subsidize for farmers, the food that they grow.
Thank you.
That is for all of us.
I agree.
And then we have to invest in the production sector.
I agree.
But for government to continue to subsidize
in billions.
I remember the Minister of Finance at some point had issues with the oil marketers because they were taking out the subsidies, and then the oil marketers were complaining, they started shutting down. But government must they must be strict and, you know, put up measures and say, it's either you want to be in this business or you leave, but we cannot subsidize for you.
Exactly.
Able to do more production for all of us, because all of us in one way or the other benefit from agricultural production. I think that is the best way.
Just to reinforce onto what you have said, fuel subsidy is for individuals. But if that billion, we recommit it to agriculture, where farmers grow food, that food is supplied to the market, which subsequently supply proteins into all of our diets.
Yeah.
So for me, I am more into agricultural subsidy than fuel subsidy. And a serious government will reconsider fuel subsidy and recommit it to agricultural subsidy, whose impactful is more extensive, because everybody, as you said in your statement, everybody benefits from agriculture. But my car, probably Fatou never give people in a car.
He's throwing steps now. He's a serious
Yes, exactly. but for if I grow okra, if my mother grow okra in the village, and that okra it goes to the market, and if you can buy, your wife can go to the market and buy that okra. But your car, maybe you have never give anybody lift with your car, and they are indirectly helping you to maintain your car. But we have full subsidy. So it's not fair. It's not fair for me. I don't know the economic implications. I don't want to go there.
It has a lot of implications. I know.
It has a lot of implications. And I think that's something that government should look at. But is it possible for National Assembly to summon the finance minister over something like that?
No, like I remember the finance minister said this. You know, you remember what they said about fuel subsidy?
Yeah.
I think the new finance minister
was going
billions.
It's in billions.
Going to remove it from the entire system. But
honestly, it's in billions.
It's also going to be a problem. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of problem. I know.
Yeah, the only direct.
Exactly. And then
And in fact, that was the reason why they started selling.
Yeah, that would be a problem.
The only implication would be the pumping price will soar.
Yeah.
Of course, and that is also
where
another problem.
You and other car owners will suffer.
But at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, those without cars, our market women, will also have to feel the impact. Because now it's recommitted to agriculture. I think this is
I agree.
This is something that they need to weigh on both sides and see both the negative and positive implications, and try to, even they cannot scrap it all, it can be gradual. It's not going to be an aggressive scrapping as well, because if the fuel price, pumping price sour to 250 per liter in this country.
Then you will go out again to the social media.
But if that also happens, people will be healthy now, because we are going to work more.
Yeah, but I think we all agree that the agricultural sector need
subsidy. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Government can
subsidize everything.
I commend the subsidy, but I want it more than this.
And we haven't seen any of the tractors and others being deployed.
No, but he said they're going to purchase about 180.
They are supposed to purchase 180. But can you imagine it is still at procurement stage?
They will. But
is that, Honorable, is that a serious government when people are farming right now? Atolbe tractor purchase right now.
No, but how long you even like procurement funding is another system.
Isn't that means Samaka made it 1 year ago?
No, but I think they started a long time ago. They are not still at procurement stage.
They are I can tell you they are at procurement stage. I know about that because I know that they are at procurement stage. That I can tell you. I don't want to tell you what I know, but I do know they are at procurement stage.
I know you guys know everything.
You see, I completely differ with all of you on this. You see, when we say farm mechanization, use maintenance of the probably tools in agricultural production. Do we only need to go for tractor?
Not just tractor. Farm implements.
But a lot of things are there.
It's not just tractors.
Do you know why the thousands of tractors supplied by Jammeh is not impactful? We don't see the productivity in agriculture.
Who said that?
I'm speaking. The same trend is continued by Barrow. Now it's not going to work. For me, you give a farmer a tractor who doesn't even know when the tractor needs oil. No, I'm coming fast.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you understand? You give farmers tractor, they don't even know the maintenance procedure for that tractor. That is why if you go, agriculture committee, when we go to the provinces, it's very disheartening. Simple problems. All these tractors are there. For me, bring tractors, but train people to maintain these tractors for farmers. This can even be outsourced. I don't mind a private. This is what we call farm settlement schemes. Do you understand? Bring farm settlement schemes, train agricultural engineers, tractor engineers, so that these farmers can go directly to these people to maintain this tractor to have low leaf. But go to the provinces. You give tractor to somebody who doesn't know when to change the oil. One season, the tractor is gone. Go there, fact.
No, but that doesn't mean that doesn't equate to the fact that farmers will improve everything. For example, how can we be able to sustain ourselves if we are not modernizing our agricultural sector? We have to have modern equipments. We have to be able to get people who can use those equipment and maintain them. It should come as an ensemble.
You miss my point. I don't mean we use crude and primitive tools in agriculture. Modernization is correct. But our approach to modernization is what is completely wrong. Do you understand? We give this, we dump this equipment on farmers. No, they don't even know how to use it. I told them I'm in the agriculture committee. And we go to the provinces. I know what is happening there. So let there be maintenance procedures for these tractors. So that one tractor can have, ask yourself, why do we keep tractors every year? Why? The farming community, we have few farmers. But why Jammeh supply thousands of tractors? Now those tractors no more.
No,
there's no simple Jammeh. No, there's no simple Jammeh tractor. Do you know
where those tractors are? Those tractors were sold by the commission. Remember, most of those tractors were sold by the Commission of Inquiry.
Yes, I remember. But even before they were sold
by the Commission of Inquiry.
Exactly.
So it was not
all of them were sold by.
No, they were sold by
still in the province.
But yeah, if you ask farmers, tractors are very important for farmers.
They're very important.
I understand.
And some of the farmers also, instead of using tractor for plowing, for cultivation, they use it for sand, whatever. Because they don't appreciate the usage of the tractor rather, because the government don't take them the real benefit of those tractors. They don't.
I don't know. I'm not in the agricultural committee.
You don't need to be in the agricultural committee to know this.
No. How would I don't go with you?
No,
I know there are extension workers
I don't go to the provinces every day.
You know.
So the government, these things are good, but the government should put in place farm settlement scheme, educated, and some farm settlement scheme. They are such that it will encourage young and educated people to take up farming as a career. Because now, if it is very lucrative, everybody will go in for farming.
And what have you done as a representative of the people when you come to Parliament to say farmers are not being educated how to maintain?
What did you do? You don't listen to my debate points.
I mean, no, you did not say that.
No,
I've never heard you say that.
Go to the records.
Yeah.
I once asked the agriculture minister, bringing tractors, I can reframe this question still. Bringing tractors is a noble gesture for farmers, and it will definitely improve farming. But what are the maintenance procedures put in place before farmers receive this tractor?
And now you have
the minister who was not even able to answer the
now you have a chance to ask that question, and Fatou will listen.
When the
I don't know why do you want me to go to Parliament?
When the vice president comes. Now, one sector that the president in his speech said there was a decrease in revenue collection, that is the fisheries and water resources, 15.8% decrease from 2022 to 2023. There was decrease. I mean, the fishing sector should be something that should be very
it's one of the
lucrative, and it should be one of the.
I think agriculture is the largest foreign exchange, and second tourism. Fisheries should be that.
Yeah.
So why are we realizing a
significant
decrease in the revenue collection, and the performance did not reduce? The fishing licenses are still
the same.
There is no reduction in fishing licenses. If the reduction is as a result of reduction in fishing licenses, the president should mention it, so that now people are not going to speculate. There will be no speculative reasoning. But for the fact that there is reasoning, and the performance with regards to giving out licenses is still there.
Almost $20 million is
yes. Why people should now ask the vice president, why this?
I don't know exactly why.
Is the money redirected?
I don't read the entire statement. But I know
they are reading you the entire statement. I think
Fatou only read the.
This is only 5 paragraphs. It says, this is the fishing sector. This is one productive sector that contributes to the economy due to several factors. However, the total revenue collection, he did not mention any factors. But he said several factors. Now we can speculate.
And you want me to go and listen to this?
I agree. People can speculate, but then
you want NAMS to go and listen to this incomplete speech?
Is it incomplete?
Several factors, but you cannot give me factors. What will I tell people of Latrikunda if they ask me the factors?
You can ask the question, and you get an answer.
You can ask the question to the.
That's it for me.
Okay. No. So that's the gray area that is not very clear. That takes me back to my statement.
No, but you can take it in this context as well. For me, I think there is a reduce in the collection of revenue from the Ministry of.
Why?
Yeah, but that's why he said due to several factors. Now that's what I said. I said they are giving you now the opportunity to ask questions. To say why did you have decrease
and what are those several factors?
Exactly, and then
you are guiding me to ask questions.
But you see, we want the government to be good. In as much as I am a pro-government MP, you are in opposition. You want government to be good, and you want government to work for the citizens of the country. So those questions are good, and they are relevant for citizens to know as well. So if you ask, it's fine. I'm not in position to tell you exactly what are the factors, because I don't know. I don't work at the Ministry of Fisheries, and I'm not the president. I'm not the minister.
So now,
but I know the factors are there, and those factors perhaps.
So we have
some of them are
few incomplete statements.
If you say incomplete statement, that is what I disagree.
Of facts.
I disagree.
Is the SONA still impressive? Are you impressed?
I don't see incomplete statements in
It's very incomplete. Several factors. You don't give me the factors.
But several factors is an English language. Now the factors. Now you ask the question. That is why you are given an opportunity to go and debate on the State of Nation address.
And ask the factors.
Put your points.
Okay, thank you.
We want to know what the factors are.
Perfect.
Now, when it comes to the transport and infrastructure, the president talked about the road infrastructure, the battle-hardened highway and its feeder roads. He said they are near completion. He also talked about the completing the Salum Nyamina and Sawasanjal roads. He talked about the Nyomi Hakalang. On water transportation, he talked about we are concluding a concession contract with Albarak Company Limited with further enhance for the river transport. Apart from that, apart from refurbishing the old ferries, they're also buying 2 new ferries. The president also talked about that. This is something. It seems like infrastructure is something that this government has really focused on.
Yes.
When it comes to road construction, when it comes to ferries and bridges, that is President.
And before you come, no, before you come.
Before you come, let him. Yeah.
You have to give me the opportunity to, praise my government, because I think in this area they've been doing a lot of good work. Yaya can attest to that. He is the chairperson for the monitoring committee. You've been going around.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of construction going on. Yes, there might be challenges. And the challenges the minister have been telling us in Parliament that, okay, we have challenge in this area and that area. But the focus on infrastructural development, that is there. The focus is there. And then the president wants to make sure that during his tenure, there are a lot of infrastructure development in place as far as development is concerned. Whoever comes after him will not mind about infrastructure development to that extent. We'll also focus on something else and we move on. So all these projects are going on. I know, like I said, there are challenges. The president will attest to that. There are challenges, and those challenges are, the longevity in completing the projects and stuff. But I think we praise the government for that. The focus on infrastructural development for the people of the country. That one we can. Yeah,
I kind of partly agree with Honorable that when it comes to infrastructure, you are a civil engineer. I don't know whether it's because of the OIC, but we have seen a lot of improvement when it comes to our conditions of our road, the battle-hardened highway. This road here coming to our office before was a nightmare. Yeah. Today, it has eased traffic. When you go to the URR and the upcountry, you see the kind of development they have done. What would you say? Would you say this is a true reflection of what is happening in the country when it comes to infrastructure?
My last interaction with Bailami when I was at OIC is to commend him for these local road initiatives, which has never happened.
Yeah.
Utilizing local funds, mobilize it locally,
resources,
and to embark into such a massive road construction. I agree. When we are linked by roads, transport is easier. It leads to economic growth and other kind of benefits. But what Honorable Ceesay said, challenges are very deliberate. Challenges. Deliberate. He said I'm the chairperson of that committee. I'm not speaking on behalf of the committee. This is my area. I'm a civil engineer by profession, and when the road constructions are good, I know. When they are not good, I know. But I said I commend them for getting the audacity to go for local fund and say yes, we can do it. It has never happened. But they say we can do it, and they are doing it. I agree. But when Minister Sela came, I told him this is okay. Nobody will be anti-development. But we are not going to force it in such a way that it distresses the economy, dislocates the economy, and bringing in quite a lot of economic problems.
Yeah.
how many IPCs, interim payment certificates? Some of these contracts, they will tell you, it's in millions.
Yeah.
Government cannot pay. Hakalang was so strategic. Hakalang, that's what they call it loop. I like the name Hakalang loop because when I go there as an engineer, I know it looks like a loop. And around that loop, quite communities we are connected. I'm impressed. These are Gambians.
Yeah.
You understand? But how many years?
Yeah.
I told the minister, what do we do now? Let's not go in for further road construction. Let's finish the committed ones. Hakalang was part of it. You know, Hakalang is like some 70% still after 4 years.
Yeah.
The contractor will tell you they owe me tens of interim payment certificates. The consultant will tell you they owe me several interim payment certificates. Why? They started the Lameng CDC road. Like if that is not okay, you go to Kia. They also create another loop from Quinala, Madina Angale, Weringar, up to Misira in Jar. 102 kilometers of road. So I told Minister, we need to get politics out of road construction. Otherwise, we will have a negative impact on the economy. They sign a lot of EPCs. We call that engineering procurement or so. There's a lot of EPCs that are signed and started, even though they were given advance. But before you sign new ones, why can't you finish the old ones? Why? Hakalang people are suffering, especially this rainy season. The contract has been extended for several times. And another extension, because the contractor and the consultant told me they have filed in for another extension. So that's why I say the challenges that my honorable members say are deliberate challenges. These are challenges, made by themselves to impress people politically, and that is unfortunate. I agree. Road construction is good. I will never go against.
But we have to be strategic.
Thank you. We have to be strategic. We have to be.
Well, I know for certain that the government's focus on infrastructural development is rewarding, whether it's on political grounds or not. But that one I cannot say. You are the one who say you are the one who is in position to see whether the government is being political about all the developments that they are doing on road construction.
Especially road construction.
That is for you.
Yes, and even if they are signing new roads.
Yeah, but that is normal.
No, it's disturbing the economy. How about those and some of these contract clauses have what we call I forgot this, whereby if there is delay, it is an increased cost on the side of government. Why do you?
We will pay. We will pay. We will do.
You will pay. It's not your money. It's our money.
But
if you no those kind of
we are the one handling the money,
reckless missteps. You cannot use national fund, deny other sectors and do it. It doesn't give me sense.
If you are signing so many contracts at the same time, and then you are locally mobilizing funds for these contracts. Now, our economy, we know what our economy is, our source of tax-based economy. That's what we have, and we cannot even fund like quarter of our budget, right? And then we are taking. Is that the reason why we have seen some increase in some taxations, and then people right now things are hard on everybody?
Exactly.
Even right now, this bottling, this.
That is the fact.
The water that I drink,
yes,
I don't see them in the market again. Yes. I ask them and they say, oh, they are not, the production is being slow because of the GRA stamp bottling system. And because of that,
they will now eat our flesh.
They will increase more on the water because they have to have extra manpower to be able to get these stickers on the bottles. And secondly, also it's going to take more time to have those water in the market because it's extra work for them. And they're bringing extra people to do it. Now, it's me and you who bear the cost of all of it.
But we will have standard in place then. We will have standard.
But I want to have GRA people here to discuss it. Can GRA not deploy other measures to be able to regulate these things? Do we have to do these things manually? I cannot imagine how many million bottles you have to put stickers on to put them out in the market.
Fatou, these are all
it could be slow. It could be slow.
It could be slow. When it comes to, when we talk about, being modernized, when you talk about trying to, GRA is being modernized now. They're trying to do their tax collection digital and other stuff. So I don't understand how
I think something has to start. For me, I think, yes, they can start it this way. But along the line, they can think of bringing in, modernizing it and then make it more convenient
all
for
these things,
those producing it so that they can do it.
All these things are a way of increasing tax to be able to meet their infrastructural commitments. Of course. This is direct transfer. And what I told the minister.
And it's stressing the economy.
Yes, what I told the minister.
But you approved the budget.
And I can tell you.
The tax was there.
I can tell you from an engineering perspective, there is no way government can pay for these roads. But I make the minister wise. I told the minister, what you need is to go for donor support. It happens in other part of the world. You can start a project locally, and the donors are invited to look at it. Do you understand? Have a very comprehensive project document and send the donors. They will do. But right now, I don't think the government has the capacity to be able to complete all these roads financially. But that's what I told the minister, that let him look for donor support to be able to finish these roads. But otherwise, no way. You cannot.
Okay.
You cannot,
Now, the president also spoke about the increase in tourism, in the tourism sector. I don't see any tourists in this country. I don't know where they are. Maybe I live in the,
They came.
No, where?
They said 13% above last year.
2023?
Yeah, 2023, 13% increase.
Like every 110, 13 people or so. That's too much. That's not it.
But
that's why I said
the
SONA is a performance. There's nothing truthful about SONA. It's just to come and perform and go.
Perform?
And for
Fatou,
yeah.
in real estate, like for me, I think the tourism sector, even though it was down, but
because the tourism sector since the COVID, I don't know if it has picking up that much.
Rooms,
you go to hotels, they don't even see guests.
Tourists came. I can attest to you.
Returnees.
Yeah, but whether they are returnees or not.
In fact, the tourists now will come and look for apartments. They don't even go to hotels
but they are recorded
because
as
of mismanagement in the tourism sector.
How many tourists came to the Gambia? Whether they are returnees or first-timers, that is not the point here. We are talking about those who came.
But our returnees, there is this assertion that the returnees don't even go to the hotel.
Yeah, that is the feeling. That is the feeling of other people.
For the Ministry of Tourism, I have a big problem there. There's this eco-lodge project that has failed. The president don't mention it.
No, he mentioned about ecologists.
I didn't see it.
He mentioned about
go there because I didn't see it. He didn't mention about ecologists. Why?
He did not in the SONA. He did not say it here.
Yeah, he didn't.
Tourism. He only speak five paragraphs.
Do you know Gambians?
He talked about the
Let me
percentage.
expose that project.
He also talked about the revenue increase in 6 million, 19 million. Tourism sector. He talked about improved access to tourism development areas. Therefore, projects are completion, including promoting community-based ecotourism.
Ecotourism.
Culture and domestic tourism. He said ecotourism.
Where do you put ecologists?
This is my area. Nobody can deflate me and that. No. Let me distinguish.
Yeah.
Ecotourism. Do you understand? And building eco-lodges. Eco-lodges is a project where government has put millions of dollars and the project failed. Do you understand? It's not going, the contractor cannot deliver the project. Yeah. The project has failed. What is more important in the Ministry of Tourism, more than the president mentioning that failed project to Gambia? What?
But
it's more important in that ministry than that project that has failed. Millions of dollars.
I am in the tourism committee. I know the site that we visited in Barra.
Exactly.
I know it is incomplete.
Incomplete.
But you know the story behind that too as well?
Yes.
There's a story behind it.
You see, dear let me be very specific. That is why I say SONA to be full disclosure. I'm not blaming the president for all of this. Trust me. But what I just want the president to do is to be truthful. For us, this is what happened.
But how do you want
as a result of this omission or not? I don't care about it. What I care is the president to tell us everything. I am not going to blame the president for the failure of the ecology project. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. But the president need to disclose that to the Gambian. That's why we say SONA, State of Nations Address, the status quo.
But I told
this
you,
project has failed.
But I
millions were invested into this project. Both Gambians don't know the status of this project. Many Gambians are sitting, watching their television, thinking that the president was going to mention this to them, and the president didn't mention it.
You can rewind yourself backward again. Like in the last State of Nation address or thereabout, the president mentioned about the ecologists in one of his State of Nation address.
No,
he did.
I don't want to say yes.
No, but I remember it.
Okay.
When Ahmad Ba was the Minister of Tourism, these ecologists were mentioned in one of the State of Nation address. Even though,
but it's still a status quo.
No, but what I'm saying is, he cannot keep mentioning them in the State of Nation addresses.
No.
There are a lot of things coming as well. But like I said,
only 4 paragraphs.
No, but that is the area that, because you know, the tourism sector along the line before Ahmad left, a lot of things that were still, you know, standstill, and there were areas where we are improving as well. The issue of the ecologists, I remember. I think the issue is still at court, or not at court, but it's at the Ministry of Justice for, I don't know, whatever review they are doing, because before they can take decision, because the contractor has an issue with the project.
Okay.
You understand? So that is what is, you know, keeping the project still now. But I know the president have mentioned it in one of his State of Nation address. That I know.
Now let's look at the Ministry of the Trade, Industry and Employment. One thing that caught my eye is the ministry. I have not seen anything about the cement issue. I have not seen anything, and today that is the most important thing that is trending.
The same thing in my
mind. The president have not spoken about that. The cement problem.
But we have cement in the country.
No, we don't have enough cement in the country.
But the production center, the managing director of one of the production centers from Jawa said they have enough.
It's not our president, DMN. Our president.
Let me tell you something.
Not the production manager.
You know, so. We'll come to that, but one thing that caught my eye here is that the president said, in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, the ministry secured $50 million US from Badia to support importation of essential goods and commodities of fuel. The facility is to facilitate continuous availability and affordable of these.
Who was it given to? How was it given?
But now, this is one of the issues that was raised at the National Assembly.
All over.
And people keep asking questions. Honorable, this 50 million, that in fact, now it is clear. Because when I had the minister here, information minister, and I said, government took this loan, he said, no, Oil took the loan on themselves. They have all the criteria. Minister Ismaila Ceesay was trying to defend that here. But the president just said that in collaboration with the Ministry of Finance, the Gambia government secured a $50 million loan.
The minister could have said that here.
They secured it. So Oil did not secure this loan. It is the Gambia government that secured it and gave it to Oil.
Exactly.
For what? For the importation of essential food commodities and fuel. Oil, do they supply food oil in this country?
Food commodities? Not actually, but you have to look at it from this context.
That's what the president said here, the 50 million.
One thing I know.
For food commodities and fuel.
One thing I know, the Minister of Finance is the one that initiated the loan.
Yeah.
Because finance is the one responsible for our economy.
Yeah.
They secured the loan for on behalf of the government.
Yeah.
But the loan was purposely for government to give it to
somebody. Yes.
Somebody. That was why.
Somebody or somebody.
Some investors. Let me say businessmen.
Yes.
You understand? Whether they give it to one or two at the end of the day, that is not the case.
Who meets the criteria?
Exactly. Anyone who meets the criteria, even if it is only one person,
they should give it
to him.
Yeah.
That is what I know. But then, government secured the loan. I don't know the contractual agreements, how government arrive at, you know,
giving it to one individual
to get the 50 million, whether they've signed any agreement to say if these people fail to pay, what is going to be the commitment on government, I don't know. But what Minister of Finance said, I remember in Chambers said, government did not take any commitment. Now, Jawel, who everybody said took the money, have committed his assets. And the asset that he presented are more than the amount. So now, that is what government is going to rely on.
What the president is telling you, I'm not going to listen to the Minister of Finance or the Minister of Trade. What the president is saying.
No, but like
what the president is saying.
I'm giving you.
He said the Ministry of Finance.
In collaboration.
With Badia. Finance is acting on behalf of government.
Secured. They said we secured, the country, Gambia, secured the 50 million.
No, but it's the government. The government executive is responsible.
The Gambia is
so Minister of Finance was acting on behalf of the executive.
The Gambia government.
Yes.
So meaning, because I had one economist here 2 weeks ago, and he said this money, Gambia government was, the guarantor of the loan. Obviously, they secure the money. If you secure the money, you will be the guarantor. Now, if, for example, God forbid, we don't pay for that, we know Mohamed Hamidou, they have been very, very good business. I mean, somebody told me he has never had any time that they've defaulted in loans or any other thing. But in the case they default, it's us, the taxpayers, who will be responsible for this.
The Minister of Finance and I think the Minister of Trade said in Parliament. No, you have to wait. No, wait.
I'm asking.
Wait. That question was very clear in Parliament, and the Minister of Trade responded. In fact, in the press conference, say, government is not committed to pay anything. Is the person who took the money who is responsible now. Now, if you fail to pay the money, you have the collateral is your asset. Your assets are there. Now, government will sell assets and pay the money.
The reason why, you remember even Gamcel, all these parties are Nawek, right? The reason why, in fact, one time the Minister of Finance was saying most of our debt is because of these SOEs, the loans that they take. Now, they put their assets, they put their assets at risk, right? As collateral. But if it is government that guarantees you to get a certain loan, if you default, it goes to the government's debt portfolio.
Remember, those SOs are an act of Parliament. Parliament created.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this loan is secured by the Gambia government.
This is Mohamed Jah as an individual, individual citizen.
But it's secured by the Gambia government.
On behalf of, it's secured by the Gambia government on behalf of the business.
On behalf of the business. So the Gambia government is a guarantor.
Thank you. This is exactly I want to say.
But this is exactly I want to say. If I go to Trust Bank today and I don't have a property to put there, I don't have a title deed that is secured. If I go to Honorable Yaya Sanyang, even though I am the one who took the loan, because my guarantor is Yaya Sanyang's property,
I agree.
If I default, it is Yaya's property that the bank will take. That's what I'm saying. It is the Gambia government that's the guarantor.
That is why a proper assessment is done. That is why a proper assessment is done.
DML.
Until Ja will meet
but one of the criteria that this loan says is to supply food, commodities, and fuel.
But it doesn't say you have to go and buy food commodities outside and bring them into the Gambia.
He said, no.
Importation.
He says, you know what it says? Let me read to you. It says, availability of food commodities. So the country secured a $50 million US facility from Badia to support the importation of essential food commodities and fuel.
That is bringing in.
The facility is to facilitate continuous availability and affordability.
Good.
Affordability.
Good.
Affordability.
Good.
Now, you and I just spoke about how food prices have not changed.
Been affordable.
They have not been affordable for the longest time. Now, this loan was supposed to be for that.
Now, with the current
Number one, let me come here, Honorable, first. The first red flag here is this. This particular businessman doesn't deal in food commodities. Let's be frank. He doesn't. I have never seen jar oil bring rice, oil, and sukuro. No. But I know they trade in fuel and other things, but cement and others. But they don't deal in food commodities.
You see,
Number one, that is a red flag, Honorable.
Yeah.
I know that's a red flag.
I know something about that. I mean, I know jar oil only deal with fuel. You understand? That I know very well. Whether he deals with food commodities,
they are my business partners, much respect to them, but I just want to be honest here.
But what I know is, if you talk about importation, like even the money, probably the government is being strategic to say, we can do it in our own country, even though the money is said you can import, because we want continuous availability of food commodities in our country as well. So what I heard what Jao is doing with the money is he is working in the farm to ensure that he can produce enough rice for the Gambia. That's what I know. I have not been to the farm, but I heard about that. And I'm not been told by any government officer to say, well, this is what Jao is doing. But I heard from people to say Jao is doing farming.
Production where?
No, he's doing farm rice production somewhere in the URL.
You guys know that Jao has
no, you have to listen.
Wait.
I'm not looking at the personality now. We're talking about the money. The money, because if Jao should take this money, for example, now, because the collateral on this amount of money is high, and Jao will took risk to take this money and invest the money, be able to pay the money and get his profit. If he is to go outside and import this food commodity with the inflation and the exchange rate right now, we will continue to have problem, continue having problem with food commodities. I know very well. So I think they have been strategic to say, we can use this thing in our own country. Now we have money. Jawal can go in the farm and then, do farming and produce rice at a lower rate, and then this can be given to Gambians to buy at least at a cheaper amount. That's my own.
I mean, if that is the strategy,
yes,
it might be a good strategy, but we need to know.
One thing I know,
because this is a loan that the taxpayers
the problem was
there should be communication.
No, but the problem is a lot of people said Jawal should not be the only person who should benefit from this loan.
Yes.
You understand? That's what I had. In fact, I heard from some National Assembly members.
Yes,
because they told them, exactly. But the requirements now.
Yeah.
I have seen consortiums. They came together. They developed. They build. I don't know whatever, but they weren't able to meet the requirement because the 3% that was on top of the money that you're supposed to pay at the end of, I don't know, 6 months or 1 year was high. They did not agree. So Jawal agreed to take the money, and that's what the minister said. I vividly remember the minister in the press conference said Jawal agreed to pay this, and he agreed to take the money.
Okay.
So for me, I think that was good. The government did what they are supposed to do. They facilitated the money, and they brought it in the Gambia. They gave it to. In fact, it was open for me because I've seen a lot of investors who had interest in this money. You understand? They told me when they have interest. They told me that we have interest in this money. But how it went until Jawal, secured the funds, I am not in that contracts committee. I don't know.
On the face of it, it's wrong. On the face of it, as presented, it's very.
So you want everybody to benefit from it?
Yes.
How?
I'll come there.
I mean, I think for me, my thing is if they say they want it for food commodities, we should look. There are a lot of business
but
people.
They want to go out and buy.
Yeah, but that is okay. There are other people
that is going to add more problem to our current problem again. Because now,
right now
you are giving 1 million to go out and buy food coming in large quantities. Okay, fine, that is good. But with inflation and the cost of exchange rate,
they said the purpose is availability and affordability. It is not happening now. What I want to comment.
If they had given us a timeline and said the timeline is for this number of period,
we will get there.
From this period to this period, this is what is going to happen. But there's no information regarding it. It was only when it was raised at the National Assembly that they even got to tell us.
No. And they are not still truthful about it.
Yes, that was when it was
for me, Fatou, what I want to tell you, what the president said, what the information minister said here, what the trade minister said, and what the finance minister said are all misleading in their combination.
Okay.
Do you understand? Because for me, government must either be an indemnity or a guarantor. Indemnity whereby government will have the primary obligation, guarantee whereby government will have the secondary obligation. You think this international finance organization will deal with a private contractor like that without government commitment?
But nobody said that.
No. Nobody said Minister of Finance and Trade said government has no business with this. People are dealing with the business.
I did not say that. I said the Minister of Finance facilitated the loan on behalf of the businessmen. That's what I said. They brought the money, and now is that responsibility to give it to whoever met the requirements?
Yes. But now, what is the role of government here? Now, I want to establish the role of government here. Are they to indemnify primary obligation, or they are the guarantors of the obligation? I want to be very clear.
Where we have a difference is I said the government is not going to pay a penny.
Yes.
They said,
who told you that? When you indemnify somebody or you pay guarantor, you pay. When the default?
But the 48
and that's going
million,
to be in the clause.
No, but the Minister of Trade said that.
Yes.
Said,
in fact, we need to. I think what I will do, Fatou, I will ask for this.
You have to give me a chance to talk.
Okay.
The Minister of Trade was on TV, and everybody was listening to him. Jawal paid the $48 million. I don't know how do you call it, the advance, whatever. I don't know what percentage. He paid it. He paid that to unlock the amount.
That's the down payment.
The down payment. He paid it. Jawal paid that money, and not the government. The Minister of Trade said it very clearly.
Of course, Jawal will pay for it. Because
so for me, what I am trying to say is, between Badia, government is responsible. Between Gambia government and Badia.
Yeah.
You understand? That's what I said. Yeah. But if Jawal is going to pay the money, they are going to pay the money to Gambia government.
One thing I disagree. The total cumulative sum.
But my thing is, for something like this, a 50 million loan that a government is facilitating for a private business, would they not need approval from the National Assembly? Something like this?
Not
because
really.
Even grants, even grants.
But this was in Parliament.
No,
Parliament approved it.
Last legislation they did, but they were not. It was not said.
No, it was said. The 50 million.
No, it was said that
it was not there.
Yes, but the conditions were not put out.
No, what government wants to do with the money?
Yeah,
they said it. They said they are going to give it. They are going to have consortium. They are going to give them money.
DML, do you know where I disagree?
They said it very clearly. The Minister of Finance was there.
So it was approved by the National Assembly.
Of course, yes.
I'm not an investment expert, but one thing I know: the cumulative sum of Jah Oil worth is not up to 50 million.
That's an opinion. That's an opinion.
No, that's not an opinion. So there is something. There is a role.
That's opinion.
That government. It's not fact.
Jah Oil cement, Jah Oil fuel.
No, those are just
remember they are in fuel.
As an engineer, if I go and quantify any of his petrol station,
that's an opinion.
It's not going to be more than $3 million investment in infrastructure. Now, what I want to establish is government has a role, and government is not disclosing the role they play in this business. Trust me.
Okay. So we let the minister. That's a question.
No, the same minister will tell you.
You still have an opportunity.
Minister told you here. Ministers told them. If the vice president told them, even the president told them, and they go to the same library and get the same information.
Now, one thing that I think that really caught, I was waiting to hear from the president, is this cement importers and the big manufacturer, the big importers and the small importers, because nobody manufactures cement in the Gambia. That is established. Jah Oil bags, we have seen, we have gone to their depot and they have shown us they can bag up to 10,000 bags of cement per day.
So 100,000
per day. I mean per day.
Yeah, per day.
100,000. Yes, they can do that a day. And in fact, they just brought 30,000 metric tons last week. We were there to cover it. I think
they said it. Have you guys seen it?
I think. Well, we went there.
I don't want.
No, we were at the. My team were at the ports to welcome when we were filming
cement,
it. So we saw what came. I don't know how much it is, but they said 30,000. We also went to their depots and saw the process of how they bag and all the stuff. Now, they are claiming that they can supply the entire country.
Yes.
Now, look, I have said this and I keep saying it. I am all in for protecting local businesses. Now, but when I said that here on my show, somebody said to me, protecting them against who? Because these importers that are bringing cement from Senegal, 80% of them are Gambians. They are small Gambian businesses who are also bringing cement in the country to support their families. They are also in this business. Now, who are you supporting against who? The notion out there is that government is trying to protect Jah Oil and killing these small businesses because Jah Oil need all the resources to be able to service this $50 million loan. And I can understand that argument, but to the expense of other businesses, that is not good. Why is the National Assembly quiet about this? Why is the presidency quiet about this? They are not
even mentioned
anything.
in his SONA.
Not mentioned in the SONA. And it is me and you, the consumers. I said this to one Jah Oil official the other day. I said to the officer, I said, look, I do business with you guys and you pay me money. But the money I am spending on cement on daily basis is more than what you are paying me. Now, I am going to look at the bigger picture. I am doing construction. Bag of cement I was buying from weeks back, $3.90. Today, I'm buying it for $4.50. Now, their argument is they have not increased the cement price from their depot. Jah Oil still sells the same price that they were selling 1 month, 3 months ago. They have not increased.
Sure.
But if the demand is high, the people, the middlemen, are selling it higher. And it comes back to me and you, the consumer.
You know, for me, Jah Oil, Gassem, and Salam, they are all here.
Yeah.
When this thing, came out, let's say, a lot of trucks are at the border and they cannot enter because government increased, I don't know, whatever tax on them. But you see, when Jah Oil said they can supply the whole country, the government will only rely on the data that is given to them, especially the Ministry of Trade. Data is available to say, we have stock in this country, or we can supply the entire country.
They cannot rely on the data. They have to generate the data, DML.
But who generates the data?
They have to. The minister is responsible for that.
Somebody is responsible for this.
Yes.
There is a body responsible for that. You understand? And they generate the data, and Minister of Trade will act on that data, and that is what government will deal with. I'm not saying nobody should import cement in the Gambia. I'm not saying that. But you see, government also will have their own priorities. And the priority for government, as far as I know, is to ensure that we have local industries that can produce.
But we don't have industries.
No, however you may call them.
We have
manufacturing or whatever.
Yeah, they don't manufacture their bag.
Yeah, but whatever.
Okay, they
call them. They are industries.
You see what is happening.
I don't know how to call them.
You know what is happening.
Wait for me. I know you're
He's just defending. Let him defending.
No, but I'm saying what I think is also right.
Okay.
Because even if these people wanted to, bring in bags of cement in the country in tons, when you already have cement in the Gambia that is also being produced by a company that is paying a huge amount of tax to the government, I think there should be an element of protection by the government. That I know. But whatever happened between government and those people, the minister, I heard him say, said we have enough stock in the country and cement price did not increase. When the other cement come into the country, sometimes they increase the price to an extent that a lot of people will want to go in for it because they think is the best cement. That's what they think normally. But as far as I know, I think it's important for the government to protect the local industries if they are producing enough for the Gambia. And Jawel manifested that. They said they can produce 100,000 bags a day. I think that is enough. Government need to protect them. That is my position. I think government need to have a focus on that.
Your position is very clear. Yeah. But what we fail to say here, this government is under a state of economic capture by businessmen. And that's the fact.
Yeah.
Huge contracts will go to their identified businessmen.
That's an opinion.
Loans they contract on behalf of citizens, they will direct it to. This is a classic example of when a state is under economic capture.
But they meet the requirements.
And no.
They don't just jump and give them.
Yes, DML. This requirement, we are not committed to the requirements being recalled. When we are contracting loans, that's negotiation. We can negotiate for several businessmen and women to benefit from this loan. And that will go back to what I said. You cannot convince me that he is worth that amount. No way. Government's role should be disclosed to Gambians. What are they performing? What's their role in this? It's not just that, no, we do it on his behalf. No, it's not possible.
That question was asked.
What? No, I will further ask that question. But let's call spade a spade, not regarding to DML. This is wrong. As I said, on the face of it as presented, one businessman going with this amount of money, and that money was contracted by the government, according to what the president said in his SONA. There is more to come out from this, and may God forbid, if JAO will default, this loan, I'm sure government will indemnify. They have the primary obligation to pay this loan. I can tell you that for sure. And but let's just say, let's pray, God forbid. Yes, because that
we pray that
he will not default.
But the cement issue, should we just leave it like that and not address it? And every week in, week out,
these
truck owners park at the border, and at some point they clear them to come in, and then again they park there. Shouldn't there be? I am all in for protecting local businesses. And I said this even when this new Senegalese government came. I said, if I am President Barrow, the President Barrow is more experienced in governance than this new government. They should go back to the drawing board when it comes to trade policies. Because when it comes to Senegal, Gambia, Senegal, they benefit more in all of our trade policies. Now, this new government, they are advocating for Pan-Africanism. They want everybody to benefit. That is their problem with France, right? Now, if that is their problem with France, we should also sit them on the table and say, look, these particular trade policies, because some of the arguments that Ahmad Bass said at the press conference was, Senegal doesn't allow some of our goods to enter their country. Now, but somebody said it is the standard. We don't have testing machines. Some of the the products that we have here, we cannot even verify certain things when it comes to testing them and stuff. So they don't allow these things to get into their country because we don't have those equipment.
I think the president mentioned that because the Senegal-Gambia relationship, I think there will be a meeting.
There will be a meeting, that's what they said. Yeah. But again, you think, do we wait until then for them to solve this problem, or you think there should be something done? The president did not even mention the cement issue.
I'm not sure we have issues in that area because the minister was in Senegal.
We do have
Senegal. The minister was in Senegal.
In fact, do you know that they were protesting today? They were arrested.
Who? They said
the cement importers, 2 of them. Do you know that?
I didn't hear about that.
You didn't hear? They were protesting at the National Assembly today.
Huh.
They were there, yeah.
At the National Assembly?
Yeah.
Protesting?
Yeah. They came with their flags.
You see,
they were there, the importers.
The government is so
they just wanted to make their
disorganized. It's so disorganized sometimes, it's so disheartening. I don't even know which direction. That's Senegal-Gambia.
Don't bring that here because we are not yet there.
No.
That is a program.
No, you mentioned it.
No, I said the president mentioned that because
I also saw it.
That is a relationship between Gambia and Senegal. You know that very well.
Yeah, I know. That is a joint whatever.
Exactly.
But do you know that Senegal has more capacity in that secretariat than us? They keep overshadowing and dwarfing us whatever mutual benefit we should have. Do you know that? It's like we are just there by name. But the real implementation, is done by Senegal. It's unfortunate.
That's why maybe this is a start for us to say, you know what, keep the cement there for now. Let's go back to the drawing board and look at our trade policies. Do you think that's the strategy here?
Yeah, maybe.
I think that, if that's the strategy, that is good.
Maybe.
But it needs to be solved as soon as possible.
We need to, because the local importers are suffering.
I don't have problem people bringing in cement in the Gambia.
Yeah.
But like I said, government also need to have, where to focus on and what do they want to do.
Government should focus on everybody.
No, but
DML, of course.
How can they focus on everybody at the same time?
Big, small.
But you see, these people have been bringing cement in the Gambia for quite a long time. Not so.
Yeah.
Maybe there has been some changes, and government is considering certain things.
The increment is 150%. That's a lot. From 30 to 180. What's the I could understand 50%.
But the increment for me was not like they did it deliberately
to address.
Perhaps, that's what I think. But because also, like I said, they have to make sure that they protect the things that are also available in our country. As long as they are here and they are producing, let's protect them. They are own. That's my position.
Let's protect. I mean, I am all in for protecting local production, but I should not be at the cost of it. I don't want to be at the cost of it, and that's what is happening.
Then you can always go and buy Java cement.
I cannot go to the depot.
No, you can call them. They will deliver.
No, but if I can do that, my dad cannot do it. Somebody else cannot do it.
No, all of us should buy Java or Salam or Gasem. Now, if you are all committed to that, huh?
I know Java. Somebody told me.
Even these people go and buy from Java.
But Java oil. One thing I can say, there are cement that I don't want to mention, but the contractors will tell you, they will tell you Java oil is Angora Senegal cemento. That's what the contractor will tell you. Thank God Java oil is good. But not all the cement are good for
somebody told me that too, but I don't know. Maybe I can help us.
Yeah, if you're in production,
do you know the quality of cement?
Yeah, the quality of cement differs. But I cannot say. No, it's written on the back. The quality is always on the back, but I cannot say which one is supplying good quality or bad quality. I don't want to implicate.
I know that they told me, the contractor said, Senegal cement.
No, they have some quality difference.
Yeah.
No, but Gasem is good.
Yeah, Gasem yes. The one that has the
best,
crocodile.
It's the highest quality.
Yes.
Gasem.
That is established that there is quality difference.
Because I said Barrow is more experienced, he said no, I should not say that. What I mean, Barrow has been in the presidency for 7 years?
No, yes.
You are right. You are right to say that.
No,
he is more
Jomai just came as president.
No, with all due respect.
You say Jomai is my president.
He is more experienced than Jomai.
But Jomai, president, Barrow is more
experience.
But you are right.
As a president.
Experience.
As a president.
No, you don't define that. Don't define that.
I'm not defining experience. I want to see how experience is achieved. I don't define
how do you
as a president?
No, how is it achieved?
You are right. Barrow is more experienced than Jomai in presidency. That one is correct.
Presidency,
yes. It's correct.
Barrow has been president for 7 years.
Don't bring in anything here.
You cannot agree.
Okay, no problem.
That one I agree. That one I agree.
Okay. Barrow is more experienced than him. Barrow can
but more experienced than in governance. In the short period of time, Jomai pushed quite a lot of development initiatives.
But Fatou, before in 2017 when Barrow came into power, we all know. Yeah. He said it. He said he doesn't understand governance.
Yes, that's what he
But
said.
now,
Yeah.
go and sit before Barrow and talk to him about governance and see. He will tell you things that he could not have said in 2017.
That's true.
So he has learned along the line.
7 years is a lot of experience. But when it comes to digital economy, that is one department I don't
think they're even
no, but they have
what?
They are coming.
Coming for what? They are not doing anything.
Yeah, you know, it's a new ministry.
The ministry is not doing anything. The minister is only based on bringing policies, in my opinion, that are not good. What has he done? Number one, in the Gambia, you cannot digitalize anything. You cannot monetize anything in this country. You cannot monetize Facebook. You cannot monetize YouTube, TikTok. Nothing you cannot monetize in this country. Digital economy has not been able to do anything.
Policies have to be in place first before you can do all
that.
What he has been working on.
The only policy he's able to bring for us is trying to police free speech. That is the only thing he's done.
This is the minister I'm not very familiar with, but his first appearance in the National Assembly, he lose confidence. Yes, trust me. I feel pity for him now.
What do you want me to say?
No, trust me. Fatou, that day, he lose confidence. He was so scared.
Yeah.
How comes he can behave like this?
You saw that.
I saw that. I'm not very familiar with him.
I did not see that.
It's a ministry that I don't really think. I don't see what they. I haven't seen personally. I haven't seen anything major coming from that ministry. But with the president,
me and DML should agree with you. This is you should feel it.
But I did not disagree that you haven't seen anything.
And it's one of the we are partly under it because digital things.
Exactly.
But the minister is saying they're going to sell Gamcel. They're going to reposition Gamtel. This government, I have said this, and I've said this. I believe Sidi Keita is the worst finance minister ever. For me, I've said this 100 times. I know Sidi will not be.
He's my favorite.
Yes, it is good.
I like
Sidi
how
is selling our assets, selling everything and privatizing everything. You telling me that is good?
Let me come to this privatization. For me, I do advocate privatization if our SOEs are not performing, they are not paying dividend to government. What is so disturbing is for government to contract loan on behalf of a non-performing SOE. Because for me, naturally, Fatou, SOE should perform, make profit, give money to government as dividend to embark on infrastructure development. Our Gambian SOEs, contrary is the case. They are so useless that they want government to be contracting loans for them. I don't.
So are you referring to Gamcel in this case?
Not only Gamcel.
Now
we're all of them.
You are dividing.
Can I explain why?
You are dividing. Now he's dividing with you.
Look at Gambia ports.
Can I explain?
How can government contract loans for ports to buy a ferry? Why?
Can I explain why I believe
this is wrong?
Can I explain why? Can I explain?
Port is performing.
No, but why is government contracting loan for them to buy ferry?
Port paid money to government.
No, that should not happen.
No,
that should not happen, please.
But let me tell you something. You know, there are things that you cannot sell.
No, those are
strategic assets that
strategic
you
national
sell.
assets. I agree with you.
Number one, even the Africa 50 contract of the bridge.
But this is what was so.
The Africa 50 contract of our bridge. The minister told us the bridge was making a certain amount. When we calculated that was in this amount money, we will be making almost over 300 to 500 million if you calculate based on what we were making monthly, right? Now you gave that bridge for 100 million. Where has that money gone to?
I
mean, when you privatize, use that money for production, something that will yield money, not to go and pump it on roads and roads and roads, and don't bring any yield.